String players plucked their strings, and then the sound of the flute came drifting over the drum beats. Maximus held his breath. The music was so quiet, yet expressive, that he had to listen intently, as if someone was whispering a secret in his ear. Maxi felt as though he was floating on gently swaying clouds. When the flute had ended, the clarinet played the same tune again. Maxi was delighted. He wanted to hear that tune again and again. Then it was the bassoon's turn. The music became a little sadder, almost as if the bassoon was crying. The drummer kept up his beat, and the sad tune passed to a much smaller clarinet. Maximus Musicus listened to the heartbreaking melody. He thought of great-grandpa Musicus, who had told him about people and their wonderful music. The old mouse used to tell great stories from the days when he was a house mouse in the home of the city's most famous composer. The rooms had been filled with music day and night. Maxi really missed his great-grandpa. But something in the harmony promised happier times. Maxi didn't realize immediately where the new sound was coming from, because the violinists didn't lift up their instruments. Instead, they strummed them like guitars. The trumpet played a duet with the flute, and Maxi realized that everyone wanted to play the beautiful melody, sometimes a solitary soloist, sometimes in a group, and when the horn played, the celesta and the two small piccolo flutes joined in. The sound was like nothing Maxi had heard before. Then the trombone played alone. And all the woodwind played together in an ensemble. last, it was the violin's turn to play the tune. Now the players lifted their instruments to their shoulders and drew their bows over the strings in long, graceful strokes. Timeless notes entwined through the air like magic threads weaving an invisible web. Oh, Maximus Musicus, this is by far the most wonderful sound you have ever heard. Now played together as one, and they seemed to be blowing, beating, and bowing as vigorously as they could. Some of the wind players were even becoming rather red in the face. The noise was deafening. It was really too much for a little mouse. Maxie made a dash for the stage curtains, fastened his claws into the plush velvet, and started to climb. Up and up he went, higher and higher, until the volume was more bearable for little mouse ears. He looked down from his high perch over the heads of the musicians. There were almost 100 of them, and some were rather bald. But the music grew even louder. Maxie felt faint. He lost his grip and fell. Down, down, a long way down. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. But his fall was broken when he landed on a gigantic slide. He slithered to a halt and opened his eyes. He was inside a very large cavern of shiny metal. And there was absolutely no way he could climb back out. The orchestra stopped playing. The conductor tapped his stand with his stick. "Thorber, what's your problem?"
"I don't know, Maestro. I simply can't seem to get any sound out of my tuba."
The tuba player sighed, took a deep breath, and blew hard into his instrument. Maxie felt a hot wind tickle his toes. He had indeed landed inside the tuba. "Help! What do I do now?" thought the trembling little mouse. He didn't want to think about what might happen next. The tuba player took another breath and blew powerfully once again. "Shall we help him, children?" "Okay, we'll take a deep breath, 1, 2, 3, and blow as hard as you can. 1, 2, 3. Blow! Once again, 1, 2, 3. But little happened. Then the tuba player filled his lungs with air and blew as hard as he possibly could. Maxie felt an immense push and flew out of the tuba, soaring through the air, accompanied by a deep bellow. Maxie was heading for the trombones just as the orchestra began playing again. The trombone slides were flashing in and out, and he managed to grab one. What fun! But again, the noise was too much when you let go, flying onto and upsetting